All right, I think we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pastrami Nation. We are the meat of pop culture. My name is Nolan Smith, and joining me today, we have a whole cast of characters. So let's go ahead and start off with fellow co-founder of Pastrami Nation, Jason Smith.
Hi, everybody.
We have our entertainment editor, Kevin Hoskinson.
Hey, everyone.
We have our resident builder, and you've seen his stuff all over Pastrami Nation, Josh Contos.
How's it going?
And then we have somebody returning to us because it's always awesome to talk to this guy. Christian, welcome.
Hello. Hello.
So we have a fun show planned for today. Let me go ahead and make sure this is shared everywhere because I want everybody to see this. But at first, we always have giveaways. Jason, what are some of the giveaways we're doing today?
Well, giving away a couple of these little guys. Two winners are going to get a pair of these. I don't know which ones they are, but Lego minifigures series 21. There's some pretty cool ones in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a little Aztec guy with he even has the Aztec sword.
That would be the one I would want.
The whole apocalypse thing comes to mind.
And two people will be winning two of those minifigures. And of course, it's not a Pastrami Nation podcast without the Pastrami Nation sandwich.
Can I win that?
Right there? No, but you know what? You can buy it at Apollo Burger in Victorville.
Yes.
But for anybody commenting, you have a chance to win this. And this thing is amazing. So all you have to do is drop a comment. That's it. We're going to let all the comments run till Sunday night. And then I will pop up, do a live, and let you know who won. So if you win the Legos or this, it's all shipping's on us. We will send it to you if you're in the United States. If you win this, I hope you're in the high desert of Southern California because
they're kind of hard to come to Victorville from New York for a sandwich.
Yeah. We would ship it to you, but
Jason?
What's that?
I said it's that good though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's worth the drive, definitely.
And if you haven't been there, yes, please go check out Apollo Burger. Not only do they have Pastrami Nation, they have so many awesome burgers and sandwiches. You got to try them out.
Burger you'll ever get, huh?
Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, I saw a comment right now. Sean Tracy said, "I will drive 900 miles."
Oh, good.
And I believe it's Sean Tracy. We have some people saying hi real quick. Let's see. Rebecca says hi. Hello, Rebecca. We have Bean. Hello, Bean.
Hey, Bean.
One of these days I'm going to say Jason Bean, but it's just going to be Bean. We have Anthony. Hello, Anthony. And
Anthony.
Brian. Oh, we have a lot of long-time fans of the podcast, so this is really cool. I'm excited for this. I see Brian. So he just went in 2 weeks ago and and actually ate my combo. Yes! What'd you think, Brian? What'd you think of the Pastrami Nation combo? Let us know. We're going to jump into the first topic. And the first one, you've probably seen the photos on Pastrami Nation. We have awesome people that we know over at Bluefin. They're an amazing company. David Clark is fantastic. Yeah. And thanks to David Clark, we were introduced to the world of Transformer model kits. So let's talk model kits in general. First part of our build episode. What's everybody's exposure to model kits, and what's your favorite to put together?
Gundam, 100%. They're still my favorite. Giant robots are awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Gundam was my first introduction to models was the Endless Waltz Serpent. I had that. That was the first one I had back in early 2000s, I believe. And it was fun. And back then I did the whole, the Gundam marker and all that with the lines and stuff. It's just, it's a time-consuming process. And, I'd love to dive in more, but I haven't touched a model since probably 2002, that I actually built and completed. And it's just, you follow these Gundamers on Instagram, and some of these guys are just unreal with the customs and stuff. It's like, wow,
Yeah, they get crazy.
Oh, boy, howdy.
Seeing some of the ones that are at cons for competitions.
Oh, boy.
Those ones are always nuts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a Gundam for me. I look. It's Gundam Wing. That was my introduction to Gundam.
Yep.
That was my introduction to model kits. I mean, I think I built model cars when I was younger too, but it was Gundam that really I felt. I have So I would build them because I would find them. Frankincense. I've been going to Frankincense since the '90s, but like they had model kits there forever. Before I ever saw the show or an episode, I saw those and I was like, what are these? And I would build them. And like even now, like it's still so nostalgic for me. But yeah, Gundam Wing, easily.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. Now, Kevin, any exposure to model kits for you? Because I know you're big on the next subject, but any exposure to model kits for you, Kevin?
It's been a long time. I was exposed to the Gundam ones in like the early 2000s too. But obviously, like growing up, I grew up in like the 80s and 90s, so I had a bunch of the the rocket kits and the car model kits and things like that. But that was pretty much the extent. Like I never got crazy into it. I watch like the Instagrammers and stuff, like put them all together, and it still fascinates me that they take a long time and a lot of effort, and it's just a really cool world. But yeah, I don't really dive too much into it yet. I've been tempted, so who knows?
And I've always wanted to. Out of all my brothers, I'm probably the least talented when it comes to putting together things like that. Model kits, Legos, puzzles, I can't. I love the way they look. I remember growing up, me and Jason and our brother Justin, like we loved Gundam. And Jason and Justin would always put them together. And I always saw them on the kitchen table putting it together. And I couldn't for the life of me. I got the cool little, Bandai figures that we also got, where they're already put together. They're awesome. But Gundam has always been there. I just wish I was talented enough to be able to do it. I mean, one time I tried to put together an Optimus Prime, and Kontos knocked it out of my hand and said, "You will never be able to do that." So
Man,
he put it together for me. So.
This is Kontos's handiwork. This is
You
Devastator.
just need to set like
Nice.
an hour
There's no
aside
way I
a week
would've-
to do it.
Yeah. Thank you, Kontos. My hat's tipped to you.
You're welcome, sir.
And it's insane. It's because this is the first like model kit I've held and looked at since I was a kid. So for me to see this, it feels like an action figure. It's so like sturdy, and that's Kontos made that comment too, that the weight on this is very different than your normal model kit. So
Yeah.
I was thoroughly impressed by this. I mean, this thing can do so much. Like I have pictures of him getting killed by Megatron, and he's ready to just do whatever. And like I don't feel like he's going to break apart. Like he's just cool. So but I know Christian has some Gundam.
I do. I go back and forth. When I get into something, I get really obsessive, and then it becomes a problem, and then I have to stop. So it's been probably like at the beginning of quarantine is when I jumped back into Gundam, because obviously, what am I going to do when I'm home? But like recently, I haven't. Can I share my screen instead of like? Does that work?
You should be able to.
Because I don't want to take over the whole screen, right? Let me see.
I think I'll give you like a little box.
Okay. I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know if it's.
Oh, I got it. I got you.
Oh, we see
Okay.
you.
Okay. Whoa. That's
Oh,
crazy.
look! It's like
yeah,
Inception.
Oh, wow.
So this is
Oh,
my
wow.
Instagram, right? Like, and it's theirs, but this makes it look huge. This is the master grade, right? It's like the 1/100 scale master grade, like the Kotaki,
cool.
I think his name, like redesign. So, I'm trying to go through. Here's like the tall geese, like, and you can see like the paint details. So
Wow.
they take me like a month to go like to paint through these, and it's just like
Whoa!
priming, sanding, painting, like layers, and like just getting like paint chipping, rust, like all of that stuff. But it's so much fun for me, and like my girlfriend hates it because like I just sit there with the iPad playing episodes of Gundam Wing while I build. It's
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I
Right?
don't know. I'm like pretty like obsessive with it. Here's like
Oh,
oh my god, I can't even remember his name anymore.
Epion.
Epion, thank you.
yeah.
Epion and Zero. So, but yeah, this is my bag. There's others that I want to build, but I keep finding myself coming back to Wing.
Have
and, like,
you ever
yeah.
done a perfect grade,
Wait.
Christian?
I've not. Well, like there was the 160 scale back in the day, but it wasn't actually perfect grade, but it was like that scale. So, but I haven't actually built like a proper like current perfect grade. But yeah, there's so few. Like those are the three main ones. I think I have like I went back, and because of like nostalgia, I wanted to find the old crappy kits from the 90s and try to build them and make them look super legit. It was very difficult because they're like, you can see the before and after, like parts were just pure red. You know what I mean? So I'd have
Yep.
to
Oh
like
yeah.
mask it, like primer paint, like, so it was just to get from like left to the right. It was like so difficult, and like this was almost finished, but I don't know. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work.
It's like a '80s toy version versus masterpiece like comparison. You know,
Yeah, thanks.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
That was cool.
but yeah, but I don't know. I love it. It's exciting for me. But yeah, it's been a while. I think for me to dive back into it, it's just like I have to like prepare myself because this is going to take a while. It's going to be a month.
And
So,
it's crazy because it's super relaxing too
yeah.
to just sit and put one together.
hmm It's really meditative, and then just that like feeling of victory when you're finished, and like just like admiring your own work. Like it
When
feels really
you're
good.
finished and you didn't lose any of the super tiny pieces.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's the hard one.
yeah, exactly.
And
You drop
yeah,
something
Contos,
and it can just be gone.
and you dived into this again recently, Contos, with the Transformer models, right? Like you
Yeah, I
dove into
hadn't-
doing this, and tell me about it.
I hadn't built one since probably 2000. Because
I wasn't even born. Wow.
man, make me feel old, dude.
I'm
Dang.
kidding.
Well, I'm 25, so
But now, like, all the only ones I ever really built were all the old Death Sights from Wing. He's my favorite Gundam.
Well, he's horrible.
And I was
yeah.
like, I probably only had built like 5 back then, too. And then to jump back in now, it's been super nice. Like, it's given me something to play with that's not a video game or anything like that. And I can just sit and relax and kind of ignore everyone else around me.
Yep.
That's awesome. And you've put together every one of them that you've seen on Pastrami Nation. Everybody, that's been Contos putting that together. And make sure you check out each one so you can see which ones he liked more than the others, because some of them were built amazingly well, and the earlier ones you can tell there's a difference. So progression.
They
key.
they paid attention to what people probably said when they were being built, because there are changes that happen frequently, and it was like, oh, okay, because I know I built them out of order from when they came out, so you could tell which ones were first and which ones got better because they just got easier to put together, parts fit better. It was a nice thing to see that they actually like improved on their instructions.
That's one of the things I love most about like model kit building is just like seeing the like engineering that goes into like the design. It's not just like, oh, how it looks in the end, but like the design of like the process and like, oh wow, it's like what you're building up to. It's a lot of fun. It's like it's like almost a puzzle
until you get to the stickers.
Yeah.
I hate the stickers. That's why I want to learn how to paint them, because I can't stand the stickers. I think the stickers make them look horrible most of the time.
Right. Yeah, the painting's satisfying, but then like using the airbrush, doing like the underpainting, like the undershading, it takes some getting used to. I don't know. I liked with all of those, it was a combination of airbrushing and dry brushing. I think dry brushing looks a little bit more natural.
Dry brushing makes things so much easier.
Yeah.
You can just dry brush.
Yeah. It's so fun. And then just hit clear coat at the end, because you don't want to like do all that hard work and then you drop it and it's
always have it chip or scratch. Yeah.
Water slide decals. Yeah.
Let me jump into these really quick. We got some comments going on. Bean put Gunpla is huge here, but he hasn't dabbled in it himself. Brian put Contos knows what I like. Sean Tracy put Gundam and Zoids.
Zoids
Zoids ones are insane. Yeah. Anthony said he used to do classic cars. Wish he got into something modern. I remember, growing up, I would see Jason and Justin, my brothers, doing the car ones too. And again, I was always like, wow, wish I could do that. But they did amazing on them. Bean Put, he really likes the Star Wars model kits. He believes they're from Bandai also. Sean Tracy put kind of like Contos and Infinity models.
Oh, no, those aren't fun to put together. Talk about
cool.
gluing yourself together on the regular.
That's the Infinity part of it, because you can't get your hands.
Yeah. Glue your
Let's see.
together.
Brian put, my son won the Devastator in last year's Christmas giveaway, and he assisted in putting it together. It was a good one. I'm so glad that you both enjoyed putting that together and whatnot. Again, big thanks to Bluefin for donating those to the Christmas giveaway we did last year, and so happy to see that people enjoyed it. Because they're awesome, and when we saw them donate that, we thought well, it's like the perfect Christmas gift. Especially during COVID. Like, what can you do? You can't go to Disneyland. You can't go build a model kit.
Yep.
Anthony commented on. Well, you can go to work. Anthony commented on Christian's Gundams. He put, those are insane. And then Sean Tracy put, stickers are lame. Grab the water slide decals or freehand them.
Agreed. Yes.
100%.
Awesome. Well, keep chatting about model kits. Let us know what your favorite model kit is, what you're looking forward to. I will tell you that Bluefin has some awesome ones coming up, including G.I. Joe and Power Rangers. So be on the lookout for those, because we see this image is up on their social media, and you can check them out. We know Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes. We know there's a Megazord coming. So I know Kantos is just like Megazord.
Yes. Yeah, I really want that one.
Ninja Megazord?
No, I want the original.
I did see last week. I think it was over the weekend. I was at Frankincense and I stopped by Ageless Geeks. I've been waiting for it, and I totally forgot that it was up. But there's like Ed 209 from RoboCop. There's that model kit. It's about like $80 for the kit. I was like, yeah, it sounds like such a fun build. But it was just like, oh, do I have a month to like get into this right now? Because I don't know. It's crazy because I'm gonna just lose myself into it again. So I didn't buy it. I kind of regret it. But they only had one kit there. So
you need to go back.
I'm sure you could find it online if they sold it. Yeah,
that's awesome.
But yeah, that's so nice.
That sounds like a fun one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, keep leaving those comments. Remember, your comments enter you to win. We're giving away 3 different prizes. So we have 2 sets of 2 Lego minifigures that we'll be giving away, as well as the Pastrami Nation combo from Apollo Burger. So make sure to leave those comments by Sunday night, and then we will pick a winner. I'm going to go ahead and jump into our next topic, and Kevin's just looking at me like, yeah. And it totally makes sense for an episode called the Build episode that you have to have Lego. And Lego is not just, when we were kids, Lego was Lego. Lego was fun. Lego has just become ridiculously insane with what they're doing. Yes. So let's talk about Lego, everybody.
Yep. I mean, what's there to say? Lego, growing up, Legos were always just, they're like my model kits, like that's the thing that I would, you build it for hours, and it's, and just like everything that was mentioned before, they're kind of, they're relaxing, almost meditative in a way for me. It's no secret I suffer from anxiety, but when I'm building the bricks, like it's just,
it all goes away.
It all goes away. And it's like this beautiful thing. And, it wasn't until fairly recently again that I kind of got back into it, a few years now, but like, I kind of fell out for a while, but coming back to it, man, it's been therapeutic and fun. I mean, it's Lego. It's like, the little bricks that could, man. I love them.
They definitely could.
Yeah, they could do anything.
I couldn't help but notice your Ecto 1 back there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was. Mind if I bring it down and show it off a little bit?
Oh, please. Go ahead. So make sure you check out Kevin's review too up on Pastrami Nation with the Ecto 1, because this thing is insane.
This thing is just beautiful, man. It took me a while to build it, but it's probably one of the biggest sets I've ever built personally. I mean, as far as just how, detailed and like how just, I mean, even got the oops, if I can show it, the engine going there. It's like a full engine. Like it's heavy too. Like it's like, it's pretty heavy. It's bulky. It's really sturdy, as you can tell. But yeah, man, this was a really fun build. This one I built probably a couple months ago, and it was really fun. It took me a little bit to build it, but I enjoyed it. I loved it. It was a lot of fun.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's one of our favorite display pieces now. My wife's allowing me to display it because she likes it so much.
Yeah. You had to run it by the boss first, huh?
Yep. Don't you always?
Yeah, all the time. Oh, yeah. But yeah, that was a really fun one. So
not bad.
That's awesome. I mean, and Lego's doing everything because I know, Jason, you've picked up something really cool, Disney Lego-ish.
Oh,
I know you haven't built it yet, but just finding it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, this thing is like.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got to jump into this one. I'm gonna wait till I have my 6 days off in a row, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna confine myself to the room, and just me and Steamboat Willie.
We won't interrupt you.
Yeah, that's a really cool set. That one's definitely on my list for sure.
Yes. Now, Christian, I can't help but notice you got quite a bit of Legos there. Huh?
This whole shelf back there. So just to run it down, the top shelf is like Star Wars stuff. So I actually have 2 X-Wings, but there's only one. I have Luke's X-Wing. Which side is it? Luke's X-Wing. I have like the Mandalorian. Oh my god, the Razor Crest, which I love.
Nice.
I feel like there's going to be a second one that comes out that's going to be better design. I have like an AT-ST. I have a Y-Wing, and then I was like obsessed with the Batman movie stuff. So I have a lot of like the minifigs and like Batmobile, the wing, the little crawler thing, which is awesome. These 2 shelves right here, those are like the Lego Expert sets. So like basically like every Christmas, my girlfriend and I we buy ourselves a set because they're like $300, like $400. So.
Yeah, they get a little steep.
Right. So it's our gift to ourselves, and then we spend like 2 or 3 days building them together.
That is awesome.
Which sounds
cool.
like it sounds like a fun thing, but then it ends up like I wake up and she's been up for an hour building without me, and I'm like, did you can't even wait. So like, but that's what it is. That's like, I think of obviously the collecting stuff is what I do, but like the Lego is the thing that me and my girlfriend can do together that we both love. Like our dream is to one day have like a town where we can like set up like, cool. Like streets and everything, which is really cool. But so far those 2 shelves are like the Lego Experts. We have like, there's 1, 2, 3, like a few of those sets, and they're awesome. And then I have the Street Champions. Or the what are they called? Speed Champions. Yeah. Yes. And I'm obsessed with those, man, because they're $20. They're little bangers. You can knock them out in like an hour, and then it's just cool. You have a bunch of cars, got a little GTR, so it's fun. So.
Sweet.
There you go. That's awesome. And I know Contos hates Legos with a passion.
I do not. Only stepping on them.
That's true.
Oh no, it was Funko. We hate Funko, but not.
That I'll agree with. Other than the Yamchas they just came out with.
The sleeping Yamcha?
Oh, he's not sleeping.
He's dead.
No, he's dead.
That's why I want it.
Now, speaking of Legos, if you guys could, Nolan, you didn't tell us about your experience with Lego yet, did you?
No, I didn't. But I mean, as a kid, of course, we had them. I always loved the minifigures the best because they're just so cool. And even now, like the little blind bag ones, if there's one that's super cool, I'll ask Jason to kind of help me because he's really good at finding figures.
So I'm that weirdo that does this at the Target.
Yeah. You're one of those, Jason?
Guys like us at the Lego store, like, keeps them behind the counter.
Yeah.
They do it just so you can't do that.
Exactly.
I don't want to
put them in boxes if they don't want us to feel for them. Then
exactly.
Just please tell me you're not the guy that goes through them, feels them all, and just leaves them on the shelf and doesn't put them back.
He puts them all back.
See, I'll
Thank
hang them.
you.
Walgreens was watching me one day because I had them all, like all the ones I checked were all off to the side. And like 2 different Walgreens workers came by, and I told them, dude, relax. I'm going to hang them all back up on the peg hooks once I find what I'm looking for.
I will tell you right now, working for Target, I hate that so much.
I bet, man. Well, because you get those inconsiderate people that just do that. They just have their way trying to find it, and they just leave it a mess like it's their house.
It's so sad how bad a lot of collectors really are.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
They ruin it for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
But the most recent Lego thing I actually got, and Jason has it too, are Lego shoes. So Adidas and Legos did a crossover, and they're these amazing shoes that they're Adidas shoes, and they have the brick elements on there, and they also have a Lego brick,
cool.
like on the shoelace part. And they're just amazing. Like you would think they would look kind of like stupid or whatnot. They don't. They look so cool.
Yeah. And the bottom's like the Lego, the bottom of the shoe.
Oh, God.
That's so cool.
Oh, so you're always stepping on Legos?
Oh, yeah.
Always stepping on Legos.
I like that.
But as a kid, of course, we built a lot of them. I used to love the knight ones, the medieval and all that. Those were the most fun for me. Those were fantastic.
The ones with like the bullet head helmet.
Yep, exactly. I loved those. What about all of you?
Fantasy Legos were probably my favorite too, but that's in general. Fantasy is my favorite thing anyway.
There you go. Perfect.
And sadly, there is no Gundam style anything for Lego or for Fantasy, so.
Oh.
Me, I always liked the castle sets a lot, and once the Pirates ones came out back in 90 or 89, I always wanted one of those pirate ships. Not so much the pirate ship, but the Imperial soldiers, those blue guys. They look like colonial soldiers, but they had those soldier hats. I had one of those sets. It was like the Saber Island outpost. I remember my mom got it for me. So, I mean, that set will be mine again eventually once I track one down on eBay for a decent price.
There you go.
What about you guys?
Yeah, what about the rest of you? What favorite Legos as kids?
Yeah, so I was always a fan of the castle ones too. Like the medieval stuff was always my jam with those.
Yes.
Then the pirate stuff was really cool too. Like I remember having that and a bunch of the medieval the figures and the castles and everything. It was cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this is crazy because I was not a Lego kid. It's funny because I have so much Lego now. I'm like a late bloom. I had a Lego set my parents bought me. It was just like an assortment of pieces, but it wasn't a set. You know what I mean? So I think the thing that I love about Lego now is that I don't have. As a creative person, it's one time where I can be creative, but not have to dictate anything.
Right.
So it's just like I just read instructions and I get to make something, and it's awesome. It's meditative too, just like model kits. But yeah, as a kid, I was Super Friends and Secret Wars stuff and Star Wars action figures. I was action figure kid, not the Lego kid.
Yep.
But I'm a Lego kid. I'm like AFOL, I guess is what they call it. The adult fans of Lego. That's me now.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, AFOL.
I didn't even know that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, that's me. So.
I've never really gotten into the Lego thing. I played with it a little bit, but never really got into it. Like you said, I was more of an action figure one too. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, He-Man.
Oh yeah.
I got my turtles right there. I mean, it's funny because now I'm the guy shoving kids out of the way at the Lego store. I'm
That's
you don't
awesome.
want that kid. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like,
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So for you guys, if there's a set out nowadays that you could have, what set would it be right now? Somebody says, "Hey, I'm going to take you to the Lego store and anything you want,
Anything? The Millennium Falcon, the $900 Millennium Falcon.
See, I'm going to one up that and go with the Death Star.
Oh, there you go.
Sweet Star Destroyer. Me personally, I'd go with that the Coliseum. I think that just looks badass.
Yeah.
It's just the
That's
room.
a good
Where would
one,
you
too.
put that? Yeah, where would you put that thing? Make
Where
a
would you
coffee
put any
table
of
out
this
of it?
stuff? I think that's my biggest problem with these things is there's nowhere to put them after you're done with them.
Yeah. Star Destroyer is a must-have.
Star Destroyer. It's only $800. You can swing that.
Yeah. I also like the Michael Keaton Batmobile. Like that's still around.
Yes.
Like you can still find that. I want that. But it's the space, man. Where would I put it?
It's so big. Yeah, the Jurassic Park's cool too.
Yeah.
Just that big gateway is because the T-Rex. I can put him somewhere, but the big
gateway's the
archway-
problem.
The gateway problem.
Yeah. I'm out of shelf space, so like everything on the top of everything.
Oh wow, the
Wow.
Bill Hellboy looking down. Yeah.
No vacancies there, huh?
No, I need more shelf space, but then here's the other thing too. This is upstairs, and whoever built this, I think this office is built on a trampoline. So like as soon as I take a step, things like just this is my life.
Oh no.
That's the scariest sound in the world.
Yeah, and every now and then we're like downstairs and I hear and I'm like, pretty sure that was Catwoman. Like I can just guess what fell.
It sounds like it.
Heavy figure falling on glass shelf. Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Yeah, that I don't mind the glass shelves because they stay in the shelf and they're not falling to the ground. So,
Oh, that's fair.
yeah,
There you go.
the glass shelves are for the expensive toys. So,
Right, you have
Oh
to.
yeah.
just like the
Kevin, I
show.
know you just got a Lego, but is there a Lego you would want if you could have any of them right now?
Man, there's so many of them. So like, of course, the Death Star is amazing. But like the Michael Keaton Batmobile, I'm totally cool with getting. They have a really cool haunted house set, which I'm kind of digging.
I saw that.
It's pretty big, but I'm really loving it. And the Coliseum is really cool too. Like I was looking at that, I was like, I need that in my life. But again, I have nowhere to put it. Like
Yeah, that thing is so huge.
yeah, there's nowhere to put half of these things. So, but I think like if I was to go in and buy one right now, it'd probably be the haunted house set. I just think it's so cool. It's got a bunch of little fun, like it's like an amusement park kind of thing, and like you know, it's got some cool little it's fun. That's the one I'm looking forward to.
We were this close to getting that. We got the little bookstore, like the Birch
nice.
bookstore instead.
I was gonna get that one the other day. The bookstore.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like the colors on it are like really, really nice. Like we have that.
Yeah,
Like,
I want to jump
middle,
into
so-
those buildings and just start a town. You know.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. It's funny because I've kind of like hidden a bunch of like the Lego movie characters in there. So like Emmett and everybody is like
That's cool.
peeking out of windows and like walking down the street. So
Nice.
fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've also jumped into the world of like, there's a place called rebrickable.com, and I'm sure that's not the only one where these guys do custom ones and they'll sell like the instructions for like $1.99 or whatever.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
Yeah, and they show you every piece you need. So that's where stuff like this comes into play. I was at Target the other day and I was like, oh, that has like 20 of the pieces I need, you know? So,
Yeah.
because I want to jump into that. Like, I'm making like one of those stupid, like, what is it, a rickshaw? Those like little taxi things in India.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I found some cool instructions for one. So that's going to go in my town should I decide to build it, you know?
Nice.
Yeah, they have. I guess they're called mocks, like MOC, like my own
Yep.
creation. But yeah, like there's so many like like there are people who do like awesome like Gundam Lego builds that are incredible. But yeah, I know historically Lego has been like anti-violence, anti-war, so they don't do like tanks or like you know what I mean. Like it's one thing when it's like sci-fi or like Marvel or something like that, but then like they won't do like real life stuff like that.
Or
So
like-
you get all these people building like World War II tanks, and then same thing. They'll sell like the instructions for it. Sometimes they'll even like you can buy like all the parts that you need, but it's like really expensive because they have to break down other sets to get it. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. Like the community is nuts.
Oh yeah, there's like a whole database of just parts that these guys are selling in different colors and stuff.
Yeah, they have a convention in Pasadena like at the beginning of every year, and my girlfriend and I always miss it. Like I'm like, it's the one thing we can kind of one of the few. Well, I take that back. We nerd out about a lot of stuff, but this is like probably the deeper nerdy. No, we're so nerdy. I can't even.
You can't even just
mind.
I
pinpoint it
love
down
how
to
you
one.
make it sound like that's such a bad thing.
I know, because I'm telling you right now, she got me into playing Elder Scrolls Online. Not to change the subject, but like I'm sure like right after this we're gonna jump online, and do some raids or some boss battles together. So
That doesn't sound too bad, you know.
yeah,
Right?
That's awesome, man. All right, let me see what comments we got on Legos. Let's see. Bean put Lego has interesting new stuff like pictures, artwork.
yeah.
Let's see. Heather says hello. Sean Tracy put the old Space Police Lego set. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I
And
forgot
he also
about
put the Star
that.
Destroyer. Star Destroyer's a must. Got a little conversation going on right here. We have Sean Tracy put hang it from the ceiling with fishing line, being countered with kids would come in and crack it like a pinata. And then Sean countered with benefit of not having kids. My
Kids,
nerdum
yep.
is safe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I already knew where
there
Sean
you
was
go.
going with that.
Oh yeah.
And then Bean put, isn't there a new Lego competition TV show? Has anybody
Yes.
watched it? And is it good?
Yes.
Brickmasters.
Yes.
Is it good?
It's fun. Yeah, I dig it. Yeah, it's really good. It's yeah, Will Arnett like hosts it. And it's just a lot of fun.
That makes
Better
it
than Charlie
fantastic
Day,
already.
Charlie Day's been on there a couple times.
Oh God, Charlie Day's got the worst voice in the world. Somebody shoot
Try
that.
not to give that
Oh,
show a try.
jeez.
We gotta take this off air. We gotta take it off air.
But I've been wanting to watch that show. Actually, Jason told me about that. My brother Jason, he told me about there was a show, and I haven't seen it yet. And I also heard there's a documentary on Netflix about
Yes,
Legos.
there's multiple documentaries, and you can find some of them on YouTube too. They're really good.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Plenty to dive into in this brick world.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
so
yeah.
cool. And for me, the one, if I could build Legos, the two big ones I would think of would be, of course, the VW van, which is really
Oh
cool.
yeah.
And then the newly announced Daily Bugle,
Yes.
Oh,
which
Ooh.
looks so good. But on a budget, I would say the bonsai tree, because
Bonsai
that
tree
bonsai
is
tree
cool.
looks so cool.
Have
Yeah,
you guys
it's
seen
50
like
bucks.
yeah the detail on it though? Like it's so cute because like the actual leaves are like little pink frogs.
Yeah.
Like it's their frog piece, but it's so clever, man.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh, how
designers
cool.
at Lego. Yeah. Really cool.
Some of those architecture ones are just awesome, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Lego buildings are all pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
I got to track down a Las Vegas Strip one. I've seen it on eBay. I missed it when
Oh,
it
that
came
would be
out.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, like these, like the earlier sets, not so much, but especially like the more recent sets, there's like interiors to all of them. So like the whole like interior, like, and the cool thing was each set, there's like a story. I think like one of them recently, like there's a donut shop and a police station, and like basically somebody is stealing donuts, and like as you're building it, you kind of like figure out like which one of the minifigures is the donut thief. So it's kind of cute that it has
That's
like
awesome.
a whole like story that you can play along with as you're building.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a
I think
lot
I'm
of
going
fun.
to pull the trigger on that bookstore. I was eyeballing it the other day. That or
Yeah.
that. There's another one, another building out right now. What was it? The Town Square, I believe.
I have that. It's right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. That one is like almost $400, man. But that was like, I love. That's my favorite piece. My girlfriend she didn't put it up here. She wants to keep it downstairs in her bookshelf. But she has. It just came out like earlier this year. The medieval blacksmith. It's so
Yes.
nice. It's
That
so
one's
nice.
sweet.
Oh wow!
I
Yeah.
saw
That
that.
sounds
That one.
awesome.
Yeah. She built that completely by herself because I was like, I need to do some work. She's like, I'll wait for you. And then she did not at all.
Of course
and she
not.
built the whole thing by herself, which is
That
fine.
one lights up too. Yeah, the furnace.
Yeah, it does. It has like the little forge that lights up. It's really nice.
I got to check
reminds me
that
of the
one
old
out.
castle stuff. You know, like the old
Yeah.
medieval.
I hope they make more of those.
I think they are. I saw some ones. I was looking on a site. A couple of them get voted, and then once it gets voted, it takes like a couple of years before it gets into production.
Yeah.
But there was a castle, an actual medieval castle that had the same feel to it.
So that's actually the story behind like the medieval blacksmith shop. It's Lego ideas. Basically, like people put up their mocks, and if it gets upvoted like 10,000 times, then it's up for submission, and then like Lego will review it. What happens if they do get approved? Then like a Lego designer redesigns it for actual like building. So which is really cool. Like that's really awesome to involve like the fans.
Yeah.
And like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
credited and everything. It's really cool.
It's really cool how you can too go back and look. So like the Central Perk set, the Friends one was a idea submission.
Mhm.
So you can actually go back and like look at the original submission and see how they did it compared to how it
Mhm.
changed with the designer and everything. I think that's really neat how you can see that progress.
Yeah. They did like Friends, a couple of Friends sets now. They've done Big Bang Theory. I'm still
Mhm.
The Office has gone through submission like a couple of times, and I would get the Office one.
I would love to see an Office one.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Dunder Mifflin.
Easily. Yes.
Oh yeah, that would
Easily.
be great.
I'd love to see the Fresh Prince mansion.
Oh,
wow,
that'd be
yeah.
good.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
That would
That'd
be
be-
amazing.
Like,
Or
take my
just the
money.
pool house.
You gotta have the living room and the kitchen and the pool house. At least those,
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
and the door for Jazz to get thrown out of.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. And Jazz has to be wearing that shirt. You know he's getting thrown out.
Oh,
if he's wearing
that
shirt.
yeah, he has to.
Oh, we can only dream, right?
Oh yeah.
It can happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could, yeah, very much so.
So let me throw it out to everybody that's in the chat right now. What would you want to see as a Lego? Like as we heard, some of these ideas they make it up the ladder, they get voted in, and then they get redesigned into actual Legos. What would you pick? You heard a few of ours right now. Let us know what you would pick. I mean, of course, I'm thinking kind of like Say by the Bell Bayside. That would be kind
The
of cool.
Max.
The Max, and then of
Great.
course that one part with the lockers where Belding's office is right there.
I'll give you one really nerdy one. They need D&D
Okay.
sets.
Yeah.
They would,
Hey.
they would sell like crazy, man.
Yep.
Oh. Contos
Oh,
would be
yeah.
buying them. He'd like, I'm back into Legos. As he
Oh
takes a
yeah,
swig,
dude.
he's like, I got
100%. 100%. If they
Sold.
did D&D Legos, I would buy them.
That would be
this. You and
there's
so many people, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone
The
needs to do it.
possibilities.
Someone needs to put it up there.
Hey, if
I
they
mean, I
did Lord of
think-
the Rings, it could happen,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think
I'd
like
be a
that
fan of-
medieval blacksmith is kind of like in that realm. Give
Oh,
us a
absolutely.
tavern.
When you said that was going through my
Ooh.
mind. I was like, you could just use that. If you use
Yeah.
Legos for D&D, it would be fantastic.
Yep.
Do it,
I want
Contos.
more. Yeah. Give us a tavern. Give us some more castle stuff.
That'd be sweet.
A tavern, that would sell so well, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the ultimate meeting spot.
Yeah.
We
It'll be
do already have
milkshakes
some
though. It won't be
comments.
ale.
Right. Or like ginger ale.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Bean he would love Flintstone Legos.
They had that.
Yeah, there is
Yep.
there is one
Yeah.
set out.
Yeah, the Flintstone
See, oh,
house.
there you go.
You have to find it on
Um,
eBay now.
And he was also surprised that there's a Daily Bugle. He said, now I have to go order the Daily Bugle. And then I
Huge.
think this is geared at Christian. It says, if he ever gets divorced, hopefully not, it'll be because his wife put a Lego together without him, and he'll be the last straw.
That's fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
Yep. And there'll be a little box to check on the put together the Lego without me.
Yeah. This is it.
Unbreakable.
Oh. There you go. All right. Well, again, I want to remind everybody, leave your comments till Sunday night. We will be drawing winners. We will have 2 winners will be winning 2 of the Lego minifigures blind bags. And then 1 winner will win the Pastrami Nation combo courtesy of Apollo Burger here in Victorville. So keep leaving those comments. But as of right now, I believe we are out of time. But I do want to thank, first of all, everybody commenting. And then second of all, everybody that's on this podcast today. Thank you so much. It's so fun to just geek out about, models and toys and stuff like that. So I enjoyed the heck out of it. I hope all of you did too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep, definitely.
Awesome. And this will go up on SoundCloud and all that too. So if you happen to be listening to this, make sure you visit pastramination.com for news, reviews, and more. Find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. And you can listen to us everywhere. We're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Music, Apple
MySpace.
Podcast, Google Podcast, MySpace. I should build a MySpace page for us.
Always MySpace.
Nice. Friendster.
I should do
Nobody
it.
remembers that.
Finster.
Do it.
Top 16.
Yeah. And Tom will be in there. Tom will be
Oh,
he'll be like my number 3. All right. Well, signing off. This is Nolan Smith, Pastrami Nation. Thank you so much and have a great night.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Everyone.
Have a good night, guys.